Hello there. You've tuned into Twilight Threads, the home of suspenseful and mystifying tales. Be you a newcomer or a seasoned listener, we have an extraordinary journey lined up for you. Ready? Let's jump right in. Ever since I could remember, my hometown buzzed with tales of Captain Nathan Bridger's adventures. He was the legendary explorer who never returned from his final voyage. On my 14th birthday, my grandfather handed me a worn-out leather-bound journal, its pages yellowed by time. "This belonged to Captain Bridger," he said, a mysterious glint in his eyes. As I leafed through it, sketches of uncharted islands, curious creatures, and cryptic notes filled each page. The last entry, however, sent chills down my spine. Found it. The city below waves, but something watches, must leave clues for the worthy. The challenge felt explicit, and I couldn't resist. This journal was my map to an unsolved mystery, and I was set on discovering its secrets. I began my quest in the heart of our town's historical archives. Old newspaper clippings mentioned ships vanishing near a region locals dubbed the Silent Waters. No distress signals, no wreckage, just gone. The most peculiar part? Only ships captained by direct descendants of Larkspur's original settlers disappeared. As I delved deeper, I uncovered personal accounts, letters from sailors that eerily described seeing a fleeting city beneath the waves right before communication was lost. My heart raced when I realized Captain Bridger was one such descendant. Armed with this newfound knowledge, I decided to charter a boat to these mysterious waters. If there was an underwater city and Captain Bridger left clues, I was going to find them. With the journal as my compass, I recruited my best friend, Alex, a tech whiz, to help navigate the enigmatic waters. Using a mix of old sea charts and modern technology, we plotted a course straight into the Silent Waters. The journey began with calm seas and clear skies, but the closer we got to our destination, the denser a peculiar fog became, enveloping our boat. The tech equipment malfunctioned, and we found ourselves relying solely on Captain Bridger's sketches. Each drawing, each note, seemed to lead us further into the mist. As we advanced, we started to notice shapes, huge stone pillars barely visible through the haze. It felt like we were not just charting unknown waters, but entering a completely different realm. As the fog lifted, we found ourselves surrounded by a series of rocky islets, untouched by time. These weren't on any modern map. We anchored the boat and explored the largest one. Ancient ruins, overgrown with seaweed and moss, hinted at a civilization long lost. Intricate patterns adorned the structures, eerily similar to Captain Bridger's journal sketches. We stumbled upon an aged bronze plaque with an inscription: "To those who seek, tread lightly. The city waits, but the path is fraught with trials." Beneath the text was a carving of a crescent moon. Flipping through the journal, I found an identical moon with a note: "When Luna wanes, the path shows." Realization struck. The entrance would reveal itself during the waning crescent phase, which was tonight. As night approached, we set up camp near the ruins. Alex fiddled with a salvaged radio, trying to catch a signal, while I examined the journal. Suddenly, we stumbled upon an old campsite concealed by overgrown foliage, tent remnants, a rusted lantern, and various antiquated equipment. Digging around, I discovered a locket containing a faded photo of Captain Bridger himself. He had been here. Beside the campsite, etchings on a boulder mirrored patterns from the journal, pointing towards the sea. As the first hint of the waning crescent moon appeared, the waters began to recede dramatically, revealing a submerged stone pathway leading into the depths. It seemed Captain Bridger had truly left clues for the worthy. We gathered our gear, ready to follow the path into the unknown. The stone path spiraled downwards, guiding us deeper beneath the waves, yet our surroundings remained inexplicably dry. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Soon, we reached a vast underwater cavern, illuminated by an ethereal blue glow. Carvings on the walls showcased what looked like a vibrant city, its residents, and tales of their exploits. One particular wall held our attention, a mosaic of tiles, each bearing distinct symbols from Captain Bridger's journal. Alex, ever the puzzle enthusiast, quickly deduced it was a code. After hours of arranging and cross-referencing the symbols, a message emerged. "Two realities coexist. Align them to proceed." The ground trembled gently as one section of the floor elevated, revealing a hidden passage. The city was close, we could feel it. Descending the newly revealed passage, we were met with a sight straight out of legend. An expansive underwater city with towering spires, intricate archways, and vast courtyards, all eerily empty. A translucent barrier separated the city from the surrounding waters, explaining the dryness and breathable air. The central plaza held a majestic fountain, its water frozen in time. Surrounding the fountain were statues, each capturing a moment of life, from traders haggling to children playing. The unsettling realization hit: these weren't mere statues. They were the city's inhabitants, frozen in a moment of time. In the city's heart, a grand observatory towered over everything, its apex aimed straight at the heavens. Drawn to it, we decided to explore further. Exploring the observatory, we stumbled upon a personal chamber. Articles of clothing, nautical instruments, and handwritten notes were scattered about. It was unmistakably Captain Bridger's quarters. In the center, a curious timepiece rested, unlike any clock we'd seen before. Picking it up triggered a projection of Captain Bridger himself. "If you're seeing this," he began, "you're walking in my footsteps." He spoke of discovering the city and its power to freeze time. The inhabitants had harnessed celestial alignments to control temporal fluxes, but an error had caused a permanent standstill. He tried to fix it, even integrating the timepiece into the city's mechanism. But he failed, becoming a timeless traveler, moving between frozen moments, never aging, a living ghost in an arrested world. Inspired by Captain Bridger's message, we felt a renewed determination to restore the city. The journal's pages hinted at the precise celestial alignment needed. Using the observatory's vast telescope and our knowledge of the stars, we aligned the constellations as depicted. The city rumbled. The timepiece in my hand began ticking in harmony with the heartbeat of the sunken realm. Slowly, the statues began to shimmer, then blur. The scenes of haggling traders and playful children started to play out in real time before freezing again, a transient glimpse of a once thriving city. A shadowy figure approached, its form solidifying into Captain Bridger. "Two realities converged," he whispered gratefully, "but only one can persist." The implication was clear. We could restore the city, but we might never return to our own world. We faced a daunting choice: restore a forgotten civilization or return to our familiar world. With heavy hearts, we decided our lives, families, and futures lay in our own reality. However, we couldn't leave the city trapped in time. Using Captain Bridger's notes, we modified the time mechanism. Instead of converging realities, we created a pocket of time, allowing the city to thrive in its own isolated temporal realm. As we retraced our steps, Captain Bridger stood at the city's entrance, a bittersweet smile on his lips. "Every ending is a new beginning," he murmured. Emerging back into the world, we discovered mere hours had passed. Yet the weight of our journey lingered. The enigma of the sunken city would forever remain our secret, its mysteries bound in the pages of a mythical journal. Did you enjoy what you've just heard? If so, why not share this episode with a friend who you think might love it as much as you did? And remember, there's a super thanks button just waiting for your click. Feel free to tip me according to the value you think this content brings to you. Your support is what fuels this endeavor, making all of this possible. As always, your time and attention are greatly appreciated. I can't wait to welcome you back in the next episode. See you there.